Ladies and gentlemen, the Boston Celtics have blown a 3-1 lead to the Philadelphia 76ers, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Boston, shout out to Philly for putting on a great series. Because things about to get toxic. If y'all know me, if y'all have watched these type of videos that I made before last year, you know it's about to get toxic. First off, to all the Embiid haters who sat here and said he's not a top 10 center in the league, which is absurd take, by the way, absurd take. Who say he was too injury prone, he's a playoff dropper, all of that. I want y'all to know that one, you're talking about a former MVP. Two, everything y'all say about SGA now is what y'all was saying about Embiid 3 years ago. So let's not go out here and call him a bad player. Yeah, I get it. He's injured a lot. That's fair. But please, you know what I'm saying? Put some respect on his name. You know what I'm saying? Put some respect on this whole team's name, especially TYRESE MAXEY. Great leader. Great player. Stepped up in the fourth quarter, about a minute left, when we needed a bucket. And Embiid was getting hurt. Embiid was getting hurt because they were blatantly flopping into his knee. They were blatantly flopping into bro's knee. Like, there was one play, it was after a free throw. Paul George and Kata were boxing out, and Kata flopped and hit Embiid's knee. That was strike one. Then there was another play where TYRESE MAXEY was guarding Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown drives, pushes TYRESE MAXEY, which should have been a foul, by the way, but it's Boston refs. So, you know, if the Sixers would have done it, it would have been crazy. But so Jaylen Brown pushes TYRESE MAXEY into Embiid's knee, and it wasn't a foul. And Maxey foot fell into Embiid's knee. That was kind of the end part of it. But, you know, the Sixers delivered nonetheless. And the Celtics choked. They choked a 3-1. I wasn't aware of that till after the game. I didn't even peep it that they choked a 3-1. So that makes this feel better. Jaylen Brown choked. Played great all season without their best player, Jason Tatum, which I think he should have played this game. But to be fair, he literally tore his Achilles last year. And to be honest, if you feel or see any signs that he might be injured, you might want to rest him, especially after just a year and coming back months after, you know. But to show you how just great Embiid is, for one, it was crazy because I'm hearing that they didn't even come in with a game plan for Embiid, which is nasty and absurd in its own right. But the Celtics had nobody that can guard him, and I've been telling people nobody can guard Joel Embiid. Here's why. You have Luka Garza, who's taller than Embiid, I'm pretty sure, or they're the same size, or Garza's taller, right? Embiid was cooking him in the first quarter, giving him straight buckets, just mean buckets, in the mid range and the post, just cooking him. So then you put Kata in there, who I feel like is a better matchup. I feel like Kata is a little bit more faster, a little bit more versatile. So I thought that was like, okay, that's a pretty good matchup. He's cooking him. He's too small. And then Vucevic didn't even get in the game, which I think was a little crazy. But then they had Hugo Gonzalez trying to guard Embiid, and then at some point they had Jaylen Brown, which there was a point in the game, bro. And this is what I've literally been saying for like years. If Embiid has a mismatch, I don't care what we're doing. I don't care who's in the game. If Embiid has a mismatch, which 90% of the time he does, give it to Joel Embiid. So when I seen there was like 5, 6, I think 10 straight plays where Jaylen Brown or Sam Howells or Hugo was guarding Embiid, and every time we pass to the corner and we pass it to Embiid, and I'm pretty sure we scored at least 75% of the time on most possessions, and I think that's why we won, because that was like in the third and fourth quarter. And I was so happy to see that, because there's been so many years, especially in the past like 4 years, 5 years, where Embiid, he hasn't had the right coaching. We had Doc Rivers and Brett Brown, which was nasty. I ain't gonna lie. But they wouldn't let him attack the mismatches that he had. Because, especially in this prime, in like 2021, 2023, 2024, 2022, everybody was a mismatch. Everybody, no matter the height, weight, and size, like they were a mismatch just because of Embiid's skill set. And we would try to run pick and roll. We try to do all those other things instead of just going to what works, bro. So that was satisfying to see. That was very satisfying to see. I and to kind of say something about my own team, Quentin Grimes, bro, you got to chill out, bro. Quentin Grimes, he's a good player, but there was a point in the game where he was just trying to do whatever, bro. Like there was a point I was watching the game, and I literally said, "Yo, get the ball out of Quentin Grimes' hands," because he's extra, bro. He's extra. Like, and I get it. Like, you gotta be aggressive. I get it, 100%. I respect it. But he was just forcing up dunks, forcing up layups. Like, it got to a point where I was like, yo, bro, we legit might not be able to have him out there. Like, we got something like Dalen Terry or something. Because Quentin Grimes he was doing a little too much. But he helped out the team, you know what I'm saying? 6 boards, 4 assists. He was playing good. VJ, as a rookie, 23 in the biggest game of the year by far. Great. I think he should be rookie of the year, but hey, shout out to Cooper though. Maxey, I don't really got to say too much. I'm a Maxey guy, so I don't really got to say too much. Embiid, 34. To all the haters out there, bro, put some respect on Embiid's name. Y'all gonna respect Embiid. Y'all are going to respect Embiid. You know what's crazy? The one thing, while him and Jokic were going MVP for MVP, the one thing y'all was saying about Embiid was his playmaking. Oh, he doesn't have the playmaking to Jokic. And to a degree, yeah. But we cannot sit here and deny that he's gotten better. He's gotten better. 6 assists. He was constantly making the right passes. There was a couple times where I think he should have passed it, where like they were double teaming, they were helping. He had VJ for an open 3. There was a couple times, yeah. But to be fair, great passing, great playmaking, especially from what he's used to. Like there was times where he wouldn't be able to play make, but now he's a great playmaker. Paul George. Honestly, I'm shocked he only had 13. I thought he had like 20. But shout out to PJ, man. He was hitting some tough shots, hitting some great threes. It's great to see him, you know what I'm saying, back after the washed allegations. Kelly Oubre, I feel like he played better than what the box score shows. He definitely was getting them boards, great cuts, playing some great defense. So the box score don't really show what Kelly Oubre was doing. So that was great. To Boston, your best player had a -16 plus minus. I think that says all I need to say. Jaylen Brown, I thought he shot a little bit better. I felt like he was hitting everything. Derek White, I felt like played better. I don't know. The box score don't really show it. But if you watch the game, you will see they was hitting some crazy shots. But yeah, I mean they choked. They choked. Peyton Pritchard, and when they needed him most, he disappeared. He had all them good games. He had 32 on that one game. But when they really needed him, he played almost 40 minutes. Almost 40 minutes. Only had 13 points. Choked. Gata, good game. Everybody else had a pretty decent game. Hugo Gonzalez, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You are not him. Like, I respect the effort because it's game 7. Biggest game of the year. At least at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously they go to conference final. That would be biggest game of the year. But biggest game of the year by far. Game 7. I respect the effort. I respect the hustle. I respect it. He's 20 years old, so I respect it. But I feel like at some point he was stepping way out of his body, way out of his lane. Because he like, bro, there was one play and B set a screen, and you tried to hurt him. He tried to hurt him, and they was doing that all game. The refs in this game were terrible. Whether you want to say it was for both sides or they were biased towards the Celtics, they were bad. The refs were bad this game, Boston, I feel like, was getting away with a lot of elbows, a lot of shoving, a lot of push. They was getting away with a lot more physicality than what Philly was getting away with. So, hey, bro. But we won. The Celtics choked. You know what I'm saying? Embiid, put some respect on Embiid's name, please. Please put some respect on Embiid's name, because he's going against Cat next round. Embiid been killing Cat for years, so that's going to be entertaining. Maxey and Jalen Brunson, that's going to be an amazing matchup. I think Maxey might low-key show off in that series. I think Maxey is going to have his best series by far. But yeah, shout out to Philly. Boston fans, let me know how y'all feel. Y'all choked 3-1. Get back. Yeah, man, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I will be doing more videos like this, just like I did last year. I will be doing more videos like this. I'll see y'all next video, man. Peace.
Yeah, you always on my mind. I be in my bag, shorty, I ain't wasting time. And baby, off you, yeah, my life is on the line. I'ma spin around, you know I can't drop it down. I can't drop it down.